everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing budget by paycheck for the third and final paycheck of November. So I wanted to actually flip to November to kind of show you where we're headed. So all of the bills for November were paid with the first and second checks of the month, the first and second checks of the month. And I want to clear something up. You'll see here I only have 2 paydays in November, but well, I don't have it on there, but in October, I got paid on the 31st. And by that time, again, everything was paid for the previous checks, because I got paid I actually really got paid 3 times in October. So this is technically the 3rd paycheck for November. So with that being said, all we have left now are the first 2 weeks of December bills. The mortgage that you see here is going to be captured and paid with this paycheck, and then the paycheck that I received on October 31st. So let's go ahead. I do want to show you guys a little peek at my transaction or my expense tracker. And this is actually from November 1st all the way to the 27th. I haven't gone over to the next page yet. I will probably have a few more expenses to track because my car note payment, although it's due on the 27th of each month, it has not pulled out of the account yet, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and get started with this paycheck. And I kind of have some stuff all over to the side for some notes to kind of tell you guys, my plans for this particular check. I got some really good advice for this week's paycheck or for my upcoming paychecks. So I'm gonna obviously take that into account. So this paycheck date was 11/28/2020, and it's going to take us to December 12th. So I'm going to put December 11th, 2020. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our income in. So I'm not pulling any rollover into this check or into this paycheck bill tracker. I am going to list my part-time income and my salary income. So I'm going to start with salary, which I don't know, I shouldn't even have put that, and then my part-time, I did get paid, and I already, basically what you guys see, what I'm putting here is after I've allotted some money towards my taxes that I'm saving to pay. Okay, so let's get my calculator open, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm filming this right now after my workout. Dominic is still asleep. It's Saturday morning, it's 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. So usually Dommy doesn't get up till about like 10-ish almost. So if you guys hear little footsteps, that's him. All right, so my income total is $1862.49. Okay, so we're going to get our bills in, and then I'm actually going to use this part of the paycheck bill tracker. Of course, I have some sinking funds. Right now, I'm not paying towards any extra debt, and then I'm going to allot my savings amount, which I might up. Either I'm going to up this or I'm going to up my sinking funds. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Disney Plus is going to be our first bill, and that's due 12/1. Then we have my student loan, which I don't think I've ever made that. Have I made that clear to you guys? I'm still paying that. Okay, then I have NICOR, which is my gas, and that's due 12/10. And my home warranty, which this came in handy the other day. And then Geico. This bill is due on payday, but I am going to I want it to come out of this check. I don't want it to come out of the next check. I might as well capture as much as I can. And that is my auto and my home insurance. So, okay. Oh, well, that doesn't make sense now because I said that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You guys know what I'm trying to do. All right. And then the last thing that I would like to do as a bill is, before I move on, I think I'm gonna flip this money over into our joint account. You guys can see I have little amounts here. So I'm trying to think, it's not necessarily, is it an envelope? No, I wanna label this as a bill. So I'm gonna do half of mortgage, and I'll do this obviously by 12/12 as well. Okay, so Disney Plus, $12.99. Student loan is $125. NICOR is $45. It went up $4. But when you're on a budgeted plan, I think that it goes up so that it can kind of like break even for you. My Geico, my auto and home insurance went down a little bit, which is really my auto. And then this, okay, so that makes sense. All right, so something else that I have coming is ComEd. Of course, I told you guys that that comes out of a different account. I will still mark it. It's due the 4th, and shoot, it's $52. Oops, but it doesn't come out of this check. I know some people hate that, but I'm just showing you guys how I do things. Okay, so we've got that down. Cool. So I want to also get in, what do you guys think now? I'm going to actually pull this stuff down into envelopes. So, and I got this wonderful advice from someone who watched my last video, and they commented, and I don't know if they deleted it after or if like YouTube glitched, but I try to reply to them and say thank you, but I guess this is just my thank you to you. So if you're watching again, thank you for that suggestion. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So gas, groceries, tolls, and unbudgeted. In addition to that, I wanna do some other stuff. Like it's going to be, I'm gonna put it on an envelope, I'm gonna track it a different way, kind of to like, it's gonna be cashless, basically. So I wanna put in a personal section, which probably won't be used. And then I wanna also put in eating out, because y'all, I ate out a lot in November. And even though it didn't like put me over or like do too much damage anywhere, it was ridiculous. Like every transaction that I basically did in the month of November in terms of daily spending was for food. So we got to get that together. All right, and I'm trying to look, let me look at, I think personal and eating out is a pretty good, yeah, it was food. So I got all of that down. All right, so for the month of December, because this, actually I'm going to account for this week's fill up, okay? This week's fill up, next week's fill up. And then I guess that's it. Yeah, so it's only 2 weeks worth of fill ups that I'd be accounting for. So I am going to put 80. No, I'm gonna put 75 because I don't use that much gas. Groceries. Now let's take a peek at something. Oh, you guys, that's even too much. Is on here, I put 50. I'm like on my little note. I'm gonna leave it at 75. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at 75. For groceries, I put 80. And this is just from this paycheck. So hopefully we don't go over. For tolls, I'm gonna put $8 for unbudgeted. I have 100. Okay, and so personal and eating out. I think this is doable. Yeah. Okay. It's still not gonna like it's not gonna zero me out though. That's the thing. And I want to do more of a zero-based budget. Okay, so now I'm just gonna get the categories in here, which I'm gonna up these. So Christmas, home, car tags, because car tags in Illinois are $151. Don't even ask me. I don't know why they're so expensive. But if I start this now, like I have 1, 2, hold on, I'm sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have like 8 paychecks between now and then. So let's even try to just put $20 towards that. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. I know that I'm doing this butt backwards. For home, I don't want to continue contributing too much to Christmas because I'm pretty much actively like spending that money. But anyways, before I go on, let's add some things up because I'm figuring out the sinking fund portions with you guys right now because there's probably more money that I can throw at that. Okay, so for the bill portion, oops, I have a calculator on my Christmas list. I hope someone purchased it for me, even though it's one on Amazon and it just went out of stock, so that's annoying. Okay, so this total, excluding this, is $903.36. Okay, so that leaves us with $959.13. Okay, so we're gonna pull that. Okay, and so then the total for this, which I feel like I almost always over budget in these arenas, except the unbudgeted portion, of course. This is, I'm gonna add that up one more time. So we have 75, 80, 8, 100, 50, 50, 363 is my envelope total, which are gonna be cashless envelopes, okay? So now we have 959.13 minus 363. So that leaves us with 596.13, right? Okay, so 596.13, 25.95 here. Okay, which now that I see that, I shouldn't have wrote that down. No, I shouldn't have wrote that down because I'm thinking I have a good amount going into home, car tags. I'm trying to think. Also, I need to think about something. We're going out, like I already spent that money, but we're gonna be going to the zoo. We're going to the zoo, the outdoor zoo, for like this light thing for Dominic on Friday the 11th. So, are we gonna take from Dominic's envelope? Okay, here's the thing. That obviously leaves me with, like after that, that leaves me with $500 that I could obviously put into my, whatchamacallit, what does he call this thing? The savings. So let's hold for a second. I think that I want to do some more for my sinking funds. I know that I have a Dominic sinking fund and I would like to put 20 in there then. I'm trying to, I don't want to go back and like do that. So what I think I'll do to make up for that, like maybe I should put a miscellaneous event and put 40, I think would be doable. Let's see, miscellaneous. Okay, so obviously this is going to come off now. Okay, All right, so let's make sure everything is correct again before I get back down to the sinking funds, which, okay, so that's right. Cool. I should probably put more for gas too. I just thought about that, which I did. So I think that'll help us, because the zoo that we're going to is in Chicago. So okay, that's correct. Now let's redo this. So 25 for Christmas, 50 for home, 20 for car tags, 20 for Dominic, and 40 for miscellaneous event. So that puts us at 155. Okay, cool. So now the leftover, 596.13 minus 155 leaves us with 441.13. And so what does that mean? I'm going to put that towards savings. So 441. Okay, I'm not going to do any extra debt. Pulling this down, 441.13. And how much am I putting? 441.13, 441.13. There we go. All right. That looks pretty good to me. That looks like a pretty good plan, especially because we have that event this week. I want to make sure I put, or this pay period, I want to make sure I put away that. And that's just going to account for like food, which Dominic is very picky. So don't even talk about it. So what I'm going to do more than likely is, they're still asleep right now. So I think that I might end up going and running and getting this cash out, like the total of that out, so I can go ahead and just put that away now so I don't have to worry about it later, and I also don't spend it. And then I'm going to work on doing like my cashless envelopes for this, just to like track that, because even though I put it here, it's a little hard to track this there. So basically what I've budgeted at this point is, what miscellaneous spending I've budgeted is this unbudgeted area, and then my personal, my eating out. And that's a total of $300. That should be more than enough for this paycheck, because in a given month, I spend anywhere between $400 and $500 like on daily spending, and that's like going to Target and stuff. But I'm trying to keep my butt up out of Target unless I'm getting Christmas gifts. So anyway, I hope this all makes sense. Envelope, this is like the breakdown, but since I'm not going to get actual cash for these envelopes, I'm probably gonna just get cash out for these. This doesn't matter. I don't need to get those out. So this is what the final check for November is looking like. I hope that this made sense. And thanks again to the person who suggested that I move these items from here into here. I think it's going to be really helpful. And I thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one, which will be closing out November and opening December. Bye.